Hello, my dear friends. I'm Ravi Kumar. From my channel, now I'm going to discuss the topic about League of Nations. This topic is very useful for all types of competitive examinations like TET, ABPSC, DSC, and so on. And what about League of Nations? What is the importance of League of Nations? When it was formed? What were the principles and aims of League of Nations? What are the features of League of Nations? Presently, the functions of League of Nations are going on or not? So many students, those who are appearing for competitive examinations, they came to know some part of League of Nations. After the completion of the World War I, according to the terms and conditions of Treaty of Versailles, as this Treaty of Versailles was also known as Paris Peace Conference. According to the rules and regulations, terms and conditions of Treaty of Versailles, after the completion of World War I, League of Nations was formed by Woodrow Wilson, then President of USA. It was abbreviated as LON. On what purpose League of Nations was formed? Already you know mostly 1914 to 1918, for a period of terrible 4 years in world history, World War I was happened. The terrible World War I gave more destruction in the world from both countries, both sides, whether successful countries or defeated countries. From both groups, number of soldiers, civilians, means normal civilians, were lost their lives. On what purpose League of Nations was founded by Woodrow Wilson, according to his 14 points principles, which were made on 8th January of 1919. As per the terms and conditions of Treaty of Versailles and Woodrow Wilson 14 points principles, League of Nations was formed after the completion of World War I. Firstly, League of Nations started to discharge its duties from London as its headquarters. Up to November 1st, 1920, as a headquarter from London, the duties or functions of League of Nations were carried out. From November 1st of 1920, the headquarters of League of Nations was transferred from London to Geneva of Switzerland. From its inception, means 10th January 1919 up to April 20th of 1946, during the period of nearly 27 years, a span of its history, it solved number of problems like Ireland issue, North Silesian issue, 1923 Greece-Bulgaria conflict, and so many countries, major issues also whenever created among those countries. Those clashes, either those clashes belong to political or economical. Those were solved by the involvement of League of Nations. League of Nations discharged its duties promptly, in some cases with the cooperation of General Assembly as well as Security Council. Number of countries were solved their problems with the peaceful involvement of League of Nations. But on what purpose League of Nations was formed by Woodrow Wilson after the completion of World War I? To maintain the peace among the worldwide countries, to save the worldwide countries from the scourge of Second World War, or to solve the problems whenever created among two countries or more than two countries in a fair way, means by discussions and negotiations, and also to save the integrity and sovereignty of the nations. On this purpose only, League of Nations was started by Woodrow Wilson. But League of Nations was failed to fulfill its duties or hopes of the founders. That's why, as League of Nations failed to fulfill the needs or hopes of the founders of League of Nations, it leads to starting the World War II on 1st September of 1939. League of Nations mainly didn't involve in the matters of Hitler and Mussolini whenever, as a dictators of Germany and Italy, whenever Mussolini and Hitler ravaged wars with a number of countries in the world on aggressive basis, League of Nations, actually the main duty of the League of Nations is to stop the atrocities or ruthless behavior of these two dictators of Germany and Italy. But League of Nations didn't involve in these two countries. And League of Nations encouraged, in this way League of Nations encouraged those two countries, paved the way for the outbreak of Second World War. So already you know mostly on 1st September of 1939, as League of Nations unable to fulfill the hopes of the founders of League of Nations, that's why on 20th of April 1946, it was seized. Even though it was seized, but the powers and functions of League of Nations have been transferred to present UNO. As League of Nations was failed to overcome the problems of the worldwide countries, to save the worldwide countries from the scourge of World War II, it leads to commencement of Second World War. After the completion of Second World War, on the ruins of League of Nations, UNO, United Nations of Organizations, was formed by F.D. Roosevelt, 32nd President of USA. League of Nations up to 1947, when its powers were seized or League of Nations was banned, League of Nations discharged its duties with the cooperation of Security Council and General Assembly. So in Security Council of League of Nations, in those dates, from its inception, four major permanent countries were there, like Japan, Britain, Italy, Germany. Remaining four countries were belonging to temporary. Those temporary countries in number four. Later, the number of temporary countries who's appointed by Security Council on the advice of General Assembly. Later, the number of non-permanent countries were changed as 9. With the involvement of General Assembly as well as Security Council, those both jointly helped League of Nations to solve the worldwide problems some betterly. Even though some small problems of the worldwide countries solved by the involvement of League of Nations, but mainly without joining of US, means America, as a member state of League of Nations. That is the main reason for the declining of League of Nations. By 1939, only 59 member states were joined. Even Woodrow Wilson founded League of Nations, but American Parliament, means Congress, didn't accept the proposal of Woodrow Wilson in the formation of League of Nations. As the Congress of America, means American Parliament, didn't accept the proposal of Woodrow Wilson for the formation of League of Nations, that's why America didn't involve or didn't join as a member state of League of Nations. That is the main reason for the declining of League of Nations. But on the ruins of League of Nations, already I revealed out, after the completion of Second World War, UNO was formed. At the initiative of the victorious Allied powers at the end of World War I, League of Nations was formed. Its powers and functions were transferred nowadays to the UNO, which had been established on October 24th of 1945. League of Nations have been discharging its duties up to 1946 with the help of, with the cooperation of not only organs of League of Nations, but also some subsidiaries, some international agencies like presently we are calling International Court of Justice. It is one of the organs of UNO. But in those days, as a subsidiary or agency of League of Nations, Permanent Court of International Justice, it was called as Permanent Court of International Justice, and also International Committee on Intellectual Cooperation, and also ILO, International Labour Organization, WHO, World Health Organization, and so on. With the cooperation given by these international agencies or subsidiaries, League of Nations, until 1946, when it was banned, the powers and functions of League of Nations were banned from 1946. So up to 1946, the subsidiaries like Permanent Court of International Justice of League of Nations helped League of Nations in solving of worldwide countries' problems. And also, League of Nations, what were the main languages? What were the main languages spoken in League of Nations? Mainly French and English. The main languages spoken in League of Nations were French and English. So, Generally, the failure of League of Nations paved the way for the outbreak of Second World War. But from the formation of UNO, 24th October 1945 onwards, now we are in 2021, already entered 4 days back. So far, we didn't face Third World War. That credit goes to the successful running of UNO. Even though, like League of Nations, UNO also got failed in some issues in solving of the worldwide problems, like Jammu Kashmir as a means bone of contention. Bone of contention. It has been remained as a bone of contention and between Pakistan and India from 1947 onwards. UNO has not been solving the same problem. Why means group politics. So this is about some major topics, major events and importance of League of Nations from its inception up to seizing powers of League of Nations in 1946. My video on League of Nations has been very helpful to all competitors, means APPSC, teacher eligibility test and so on, who are going to appear for better results. This is the main topic. Very important bits we are going to get in these competitive examinations from this topic. So, prepare well and write exams well and also get good rank also. Thank you.